In the wake of dawn, I see you shine. When I feel that heartbeat, I fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Skylines and clouds are below us now. Sky dive back down. Oh, take my hand, don't let go. Skyward bound. In the wake of dawn, I see you shine. When I feel that heartbeat, I fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Higher,
Welcome to Thursday night short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic Good Improv, and we will be improvising for you guys here tonight. We've got a list of short form games that we'll be performing for you guys, all completely made up. We don't have anything planned. It's all going to be coming from the top of our domes. And because we're going to be making all this stuff up, we're going to need suggestions from you. Those of you at home who are watching via Twitch or Facebook or YouTube Live. So anytime one of us intros a game, they'll ask a question out to the audience, maybe what's a location or an occupation or something of that nature. Feel free to just type in your suggestions in the chat, and our Hostmaster General, Chad, will be monitoring that chat, and he'll let us know which suggestion he chooses, and that will be the suggestion we use to craft our genius scenes. And I use genius in the least possible geniusy way that you can say that word in. Let me introduce our cast for you guys here tonight. So my name is Chris.
Hey.
We've got Ty.
We got Ty.
We've got Melanie.
Melanie.
We've got Gabe.
Okay.
We've got Katie.
Okay.
And we've got Patrick. We've got a full house here tonight for our short form improv show, so we're very excited. And before we get started, I'm going to turn it over to Chad, who's the man behind the music. He used to work for VH1, and he's going to give you guys any things that we need to go over, any announcements that we need to be made before we get started with our show. So, Chad.
Everywhere you look. Hey, you said music and Full House is your fault. Well, hey everyone, and welcome to Comedy One Shots with Chaotic Good Improv. We are so happy to be doing this show for you tonight. A couple of quick announcements before we get stuck into the games. First and foremost, we are still doing our holiday giveaway. So you still have 3 days to go ahead and apply to get some really good CGI merch. Everything you see on the screen right there is up for grabs. We have a hat, we have a shirt, we have an ornament. You can get all three, you can get two, or you can get one of those. All the details on that are at chaoticgoodimprov.com/contest. So yeah, go to the website, check out the contest. There is still good merch to be had. And remember, you only have 3 days. So this is, if you want to do your last minute shopping, well, this is about as last minute as you can get. So go ahead and check that out, and don't miss your chance to own some of this awesome merch, which, by the way, is also available in our merch store on said chaoticgoodimprov.com. So go ahead, check that out, and also, most importantly than that, don't forget that we also have our Chaos for the Holiday show going on in 2 days. So 2 days from now, on Saturday, December 12th at 7:30 p.m., about the time you're watching this, but on Saturday, we are going to be doing our very own long-form improv scene, and we're going to be recreating some very artistic holiday movies, as it were, and we're going to make one up on the spot based on your suggestions. Everything about this show is going to be geared toward benefiting the Firehouse Shelter. So we have a fundraiser that is going on right now in conjunction with this very special show. So if you go to facebook.com/chaoticgoodimprov, we have all the links in the events, and we also have a link tree, which I really should have set up before the show. Sorry about that. But all the information on how you can donate, how you can watch, and how you can support the Firehouse Shelter and this very special show is on our Facebook page. So go follow us there for further details. Another note about that, we have had a matching donation set up, so everything in the first $300 that we're able to raise for Firehouse Shelters will be matched. So if you donate during this time, it's almost like your money's being doubled. So go ahead, don't delay. Let's reach that $300 goal, and let's see how far we can get beyond that. Firehouse Shelter supports the homeless in Birmingham, Alabama, where we're all stationed, and it's a very special cause to us, and we really, really do want to help them through this very difficult year and this very difficult season. So we're hoping to bring a lot of smiles to faces, both through the magic of improv and also through the financial support of our viewers and our efforts here. So thank you so much for supporting us through that. Speaking of which, we are also viewer supported, and we have had people who have wanted to do that, and we really do appreciate that. If you're interested in supporting us tonight, tonight and helping us keep the funny coming to you. You can do that through twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, where you're probably watching right now, and support us through BitCheers and subscriptions. And remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you can already subscribe to us at no additional cost to you. So it's another way of just helping us through these times and helping us bring the funny to you without any additional cost in the deal of the century. So we really do appreciate that. And hey, if you're not in a position to do that right now, that's great. Just go ahead and make sure that you tell all your friends and family and complete strangers 'tis the season. Just don't get up in strangers' faces. It's a bad time for that. But do go out and tell folks that we are doing these comedy shows absolutely free, streamed across all the internets, which includes the Twitch internets, the YouTube internets, and the Facebook internets. Tell them that we are bringing the comedy to them, and, hey, best way we know how, especially during these times. By the way, thank you so much, Katie Joe, I'm Nini OK, Patrick Glenn 5, who are already lighting it up with the bit cheers. That is amazing. So let's see, real quick, one last thing before we get started. One thing we like to do here is name our shows. And we also rely on the audience for that, in addition to the suggestions we'll be giving to get the scene started. So if you hear our cast members say something particularly funny, maybe a line or maybe a theme that just keeps happening throughout the night, go ahead and let me know in the chat. I'll be keeping an eye on things in the chat, and we'll go ahead and deliberate over your suggested show titles at the end of the episode. And once this episode goes into the archives, it will be branded with that title forever and ever, and you will get kudos, which are very stylish this time of year.
And delicious.
Yes, we all love ourselves with kudos. I like pouring milk on mine in the mornings. Anyway, so with that being said, I'm hungry now, so I'm going to find something to snack on while I turn it back over to Chris to start out our show. So Chris, over to you.
Thank you, Chad. And you know the rule at CGI, you can't eat unless you have enough to share with everyone. So I'm just hoping you thought that through. All right, so we're going to go ahead and begin with our very first game. This is going to be a game for Melanie and Patrick. This is going to be a game of change. And what I need as a suggestion from the audience is I would like just a sort of a relationship for these two people. How do they know each other? They don't have to be related by family or dating or anything, but just how would two people know each other? Or maybe how did they meet? Maybe they're co-workers at a deli. Doesn't matter. Just some relationship that these two people will have. Because we're going to be playing a game called Change. And the way this game is going to go is Patrick and Melanie will be performing the scene based on your suggestion. But at any point in time, I can say change. And when I say change, whoever just spoke will have to change the last thing they said to something completely different and then have to justify why the last thing they said is now part of the scene. All right, Chad, do we have a suggestion for a relationship for these two actors? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm making this all up.
Individual actors.
Hey, that's improv. Bill.
I wish I could say change for myself as I'm giving that intro because it needs to be redone.
I got your back. Change. All right. Bail bondsman and client.
All right. So this scene will have something to do with bail bonds or bail. This is Change with Melanie and Patrick in 3, 2, and 1.
Hey, Martha. Yeah, I got locked up again. I need you to come bail me out. Need you to give me another bail bond.
Yeah, Joe, the first couple of times I was happy to help you out, but this is like, how many times is it? 3? 5?
Listen. No one likes to keep count of how many times you've been arrested except for the state, but if you're asking, it's actually 9. Well, I called your husband a couple times and he bailed me out personally.
Change.
Yeah.
I called your son-in-law one time and he bailed me out personally.
Change.
I called your newborn daughter. She didn't do much for me, to be totally honest. I don't know if she knows how to answer a phone, but I talked her through how to work PayPal. So pretty easy.
You woke up my newborn. You woke up a newborn, okay? That has made me cranky. 9 times you've been arrested, and each time I have come with money and tried to bail you out. I have nowhere else to go. Who am I supposed to call now? My dad?
Change.
Martha.
Who am I supposed to call? the President of the United States?
Martha, listen, all right? I'm getting arrested here for a good cause, okay? I am out protesting all these illegal meat market practices and,
Right.
and all their unsavory behaviors.
I appreciate that you're frustrated that meat is being sold without being fully cleaned.
Change.
That meat is being sold without being separated from the animal.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little barbaric. You can walk into Walmart now, you can buy literally half a cow,
Yeah.
and they'll cut it in front of you. It's horribly barbaric.
I brought my kids last week and they literally just cut that thing in half. It was hideous. Kids were screaming.
So listen, Martha, all right, this time you're going to back me up. You always back me up, you know. I saw them. They were selling chickens.
Change.
All right. They were selling ham hocks.
Change.
They were selling chicken wings, and they weren't even bothering to cut them off the chicken. You had to tear them off yourself with your hands. It was horrible. All right, and so I stormed in there, and I said, "Hey, you stop it!" And when I pulled out my gun, they told me I was brandishing. It was terrible.
Okay, listen. You've been told before you can't pull out weapons, all right?
Change.
The last time you've been told before you got to keep clothes on when you go into these places for
Change.
starters. You have been told so many times that meat is a legal thing to sell, whether it's attached to the bone or not, and you got to just back off that.
All right, but you are going to bail me out next time too, right?
I'll bail you out this time, but you're going to pay me back by selling some of that meat on the black market. You get me?
Change.
You're going to pay me back by taking your little sweet self out on the street and seeing what you can get for it.
And scene.
The harshest kind of meat market.
I think I'm going to make more on those chicken wings.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, so
They also don't bother to take the meat off the bone in that market either.
Hey yo!
Oh,
All right, so
up.
this next game is going to be for everyone. This is sort of a sort of chaotic debate or a chaotic courtroom. It's a game we call Objection. And what I need from the audience is just a really simple sort of pro and con argument, like Coke versus Pepsi or boxers versus briefs or something of that nature. And what's going to happen is Ty and Patrick are going to start us off on this little debate. Ty's going to be pro one of the choices. Patrick is then going to retort with being pro the other choice. And what, retort is funny? What are you guys laughing at?
No, it's just usually in a debate, one person is for one thing and the other person is for the other thing.
Yeah. You know, actually, Ty, I agree with you. That's a very insightful
And
answer.
All right.
You've changed my mind. Wow.
And everyone else will just add in their stuff, I guess. I don't feel wanted at this point.
I just play the Charlie Brown music behind it.
All right, so, Chad, do we have a suggestion from the audience of a potential debate?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, whether or not to start the scene. No, let's see here. We have salt versus pepper, which I didn't even know was a debate. But hey,
It is.
go for
What's
it.
the best season? Not season.
Fall is the best season.
Yeah, fall, salt, pepper,
Wow,
winter. Yeah.
I'm batting 0 for 6 right now, dude. All right.
Change, Chris.
So this will be salt versus pepper, or it could be rappers. We don't know.
I'm going to hit up on this scene.
we can't even get to the second scene.
All right, so salt versus pepper. This is objection in 3, 2, and 1.
All right, so I just want to start off by saying salt is by far better than pepper. I mean, I don't know why we're even debating this. Salt is used in almost everything. Literally everything has salt in it. Salt is good in desserts. Salt is good with preserving meats. salt is good. Basically, in pasta water, you have to have salt or else the pasta's not going to be good. So salt is just a basic form of food.
Now, here's what you need to understand, Ty. All right. When you go to a restaurant, presentation of your seasonings is everything. No one has ever walked around a restaurant and said, more salt for your salad, sir. But they will walk around with an 8-foot-long pepper grinder, all right, because quality matters. And they know that, and you as the customer should know that too.
Objection.
Objection. It's really more about quantity when you think about anything. Who cares how good it is as long as you have a lot of things, then you're obviously better than everyone around you.
Objection. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I mean, I would say that I disagree because my wife always tells me it's not the size, it's the motion. It's the way that a thing is used rather than the size of it. And
Objection. I have met your wife and she doesn't seem that bright to me, so I don't think we should be bringing her into this conversation.
Objection. There's no need to get ugly here and start going after intelligence. All right. We know that anyone who would marry Gabe would have to be, have their eggs scrambled a little bit. There's no need to talk to her that way.
Objection. I really am tired of people referencing brains as scrambled eggs. I am a vegan and I am a brain scientist. And these are not eggs between our ears, people. They're not scrambled
Objection. Regardless of what you refer to as a brain would be considered non-vegan if you were to eat it. So I think any non-vegan food can be referenced as a brain. I would motion we could call a brain liver or
objection. All this talk of veganism is kind of stupid because we all know that no cattle has no brain. They don't feel pain. They don't feel love. They don't feel loss.
Objection.
Slaughter.
Animals feel pain. Have you ever looked into the eyes of a puppy? They are filled with love.
Objection. Eyes of a puppy are considered pains. They are window panes into the soul of that animal. And when you gaze through that window pane...
Objection. Puppies do not have souls. They have paws. There's no sole of their foot. It's a paw pad. So any sort of walking motion they do, there's no soul. They're pushing down on paw pads.
Objection. My puppy has boots that have soles on them. So when he walks on the ground, he is walking on soles. So
Objection. Dogs, although they do feel, they have no soul. They cannot walk to any kind of rhythm. I have tried putting music on for every kind of animal and they cannot get the beat. So they literally have no soul. So I just wanted to clarify that for those of you.
I want to object to that there. You said you try it with every kind of animal. Are you telling me right now on this Zoom call that you had some sort of Noah's Ark scenario where you were playing disco for 2x2 of every animal in the entire world, and you were trying to test whether or not they bounce with the beat, and that tests whether or not they have a soul? Man, that is insanity.
Objection.
Yes,
You
that
are
is R&B.
Objection. You are not qualified to mansplain our brain scientist work to her. Thank you. But she's a qualified professional.
Objection. I do honestly believe that if he were to mansplain, the definition of that is to be a man and to explain. He is a man and he is explaining. Therefore, he actually has a right to mansplain in the way that mansplaining is described in this sense.
Objection. I would just like to point out that I was on a plane and it was male and it was a man's plane, and it was quite obvious because it had
Objection! No one needs you to explain any sort of anatomy of planes to anyone. Thank you. Mansplaining plane anatomy is one of my least favorite things.
Objection.
I actually know for a fact that Katie subscribes to Mansplaining Plane Weekly, so she actually does care about mansplaining plane anatomy.
Objection. I have actually written articles for mansplaining, just so you know, so that I can explain to men why mansplaining, I can women-splain to men why mansplaining is so offensive to women. Women-splaining has got to be the new cutting edge for 2021.
And scene! That took a turn.
I think we can all agree that salt is, in fact, bad.
Yep,
Someone just turned into the show, and it's just a bunch of people bickering about sexism. And we're going, no, we're not sexist. You are.
Yeah.
Tried to make it lighthearted. No, we're not done yet. Bring that back over. All right. So with that fresh on the palates, we're going to move on to our next game. This is going to be a game for Ty and Katie. And what I need as suggestion for this game are occupations. Just any jobs, and we're gonna choose 2 of these jobs that are quite different from each other. So just feel free to just put in a list of occupations, and we're gonna go ahead and select a couple, because what's gonna happen in this game is it's a game called Old Job, New Job, and Ty and Katie will be performing a scene, but Ty is going to have entered into a new career, but he's was for a very long time in a previous career. And so in this new job, he's going to be showing a lot of the characteristics from his old job. Hence the name Old Job, New Job. Ew. Chad, do we have any occupations or jobs that are being put into the chat that we might endow Ty with?
Okay, well, they're coming in a little bit slow, but don't forget, no matter where you're watching from, you can go ahead and put those things in the chat, and I will be keeping an eye out for them. Hey, and the more the better. If we don't get around to your suggestion this round, it will very likely come back a little bit later. So, I'm still just trying to figure out what all I learned about myself from the last scene, so
I hope
it takes me a minute to get back in the mindset of choosing. Let's see here. Okay, alright. So, there's...
I like the sounds. The sounds. The sounds of thought.
Nervous.
They're good.
Okay. Alright, so, we have... I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
we have a clown.
A clown, okay.
And we have a Walmart greeter.
Oh, great.
All right, so so Ty is now embarking. He used to be a clown, and it didn't pan out for him. And he's a Walmart greeter, but he still has his love for clownism still deep in his paw pad, because he doesn't have a soul. So this is going to be a scene with Katie and Ty, Old Job, New Job, clown, Walmart greeter, in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here today.
Yes, I've been meaning to tell you that people they love you being around.
Oh, of course they do. Everyone loves clowns. It's a known fact.
Well, I don't know if it's that so much as you just, your bubbly energy.
Right. Yeah, I know. I clown around with people. It's fun. People love a bubbly man and greeting them.
Yeah, there's just one thing I needed to talk to you about, because the constant dance-like motion, some customers were concerned about you.
Oh, I can slow it down if you want me to.
Jason, I'm not sure that would make the customers feel any better, really.
Oh. Well, if that's the case, then I can stand still and just shake hands with people as they come inside.
We're trying to not shake hands so much, and you got me last time with that buzzer, though. So.
Oh, you got me again. I was gonna do that again. No, okay.
So
smart.
I tried. Hey, so I was thinking though, we are having that company party coming up, and
right. Yes.
You said you wanted to be involved, so
of course I want to be involved.
All right, so I just need to know kind of what your plan is, so that I can run it by corporate, and make sure it's okay.
Yeah, well, I was actually planning on making balloon smiley faces, for the low prices at Walmart. So I was just gonna, and then just like spin it around and have a little smiley face in there, and we can just hang them over all the products, the great Walmart products, so people know it's a low price.
Jason, that is brilliant. When people come to Walmart, I think they expect to be entertained by the other customers or by us.
True.
So I love that idea.
Well, good. I'm glad that you did. I also think that I could also be of assistance at the end of the food table. So I know we're using chicken nuggets as one of the main food sources, and everyone loves dipping sauces and chicken nuggets. And I've rigged up a little dipping sauce canister right here, so I can go right there in case anyone needs any dipping sauce. You want some barbecue? Don't worry about it. You want some honey mustard? Don't worry about it. It's right there on you. You want both? There you go.
That is really phenomenal. I never thought of anything quite like that. But I gotta say, I just have a excuse me one second.
Oh, sorry. You need a tissue?
And scene. I want dipping sauces, squirting flowers now. Like, I want that.
A ranch? Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Ooh.
All right.
I love that your clown voice was just the old guy that always eats at Jack's every morning in my neighborhood. He's like, "Oh, hello there, young man. How are you?"
He's a Walmart greeter.
Ty, you want to intro the next one? Yeah.
Absolutely. So what we're going to need from the audience, we're actually going to show you 4 different scenes kind of at the same time. What I mean by that is you're actually only going to see one scene at a time, but 4 different scenes will be happening in a circle, kind of square, maybe square formation. You don't know because it's Zoom. We're not actually standing anywhere. So whatever shape that you want to use, they're going to be in that shape. Now, so we're going to need 4 different suggestions. So just start typing in a bunch of things. So these could be just random items that you found around your house. It could be occupations, could be locations, any place. And it could be a building, even something fun. You know, it's the holiday season, maybe a holiday tradition, or maybe a favorite holiday jingle, carol, or song, or something like that. Well, whatever you think of when you think of the holiday season, throw that in the chat. We'll be using a bunch of them. Literally, you could type in any word. I don't care. We're going to assign it as a suggestion. Just start typing random stuff and see what happens. So like I said, we're going to have 4 different scenes here. I need to go back up to see what order I'm in. So we'll have a scene with Patrick and Chris, scene with Chris and Melanie, scene with Melanie and Katie, and a scene with Katie and Patrick. They're going to be rotating throughout as I see fit. And it's going to be a lot of fun because it always is. So let me make sure I'm here. So Chad, do we have any suggestions coming in so I can start writing them down so I do not forget them, because I will.
Well, I want to say that I care. Okay. Let's take a look here.
Chad cares about all of your suggestions.
I do. Let's see. The first one, let's go with soccer.
Ooh, okay, cool. Just soccer.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just soccer.
Just soccer. Yeah.
Just soccer.
That's enough.
Just soccer. Soccer's it's good enough. Yeah.
Lost puppy.
Oh, a lost puppy. Okay.
Naming a new baby.
It should be naming an old baby. It's finally getting around to it.
Yeah, it's the Walmart greeter by now. Yeah.
Exactly.
And
we just need one last one.
ASMR. Are we familiar with the concept? Okay.
We will be soon. All right, so again, let me scroll back up. So we have Patrick and Chris. You guys will be soccer, will be your suggestion. Chris and Melanie, you guys will be lost puppy. Melanie and Katie, you will be naming a new baby. And Katie and Patrick, ASMR. All right. So, like I said, we're going to start off with our first scene. We're going to rotate this around throughout the scenes. And just so that I just got to make sure that they actually were listening to me with their suggestion. Chris and Patrick and Chris, your scene is?
Soccer.
Chris and Melanie, your scene is?
Lost puppy.
Melanie and Katie, your scene is?
Naming a baby.
New baby.
Yes, new baby.
New baby.
And Katie and Patrick, your scene is?
ASMR.
Oh, good. You see, you're already in it. You're already in it, and I love it. All right, so we're going to start with soccer. This is switch in 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Oh, hey, coach.
Welcome to the soccer field. I just want to express to you and everyone else around here that it's football, but it's not the football you would be familiar with. We use a round ball and not one of your egg-shaped ones.
Coach, I don't know if you keep forgetting me, but we've met several times. I've been on your team for for like 2 months now, and you never put me in the game.
I understand this, and it's because you're the only person who still does not understand the rules of this very exquisite and European game here. So, and plus, to be honest with you, all you Americans look the same to me. So I'm very.
But
sorry.
I understand the game perfectly. You pick up the ball and you run it into the end zone. It's so easy.
Okay, I need you to go and do some laps for me. You
keep calling it football.
Yes, it's football. It's actual football, not your weird bastardizations, American-style football.
Lost puppy.
Officer?
Yes, little girl.
I can't find my puppy.
Well, that's a predicament that we've got going on here now, isn't it?
I was walking her and teaching her how to lift her leg to go pee-pee, and she ran off out of her collar because she's so skinny for her collar.
All right. Well, now, see, I'm going to have to write you a citation because, here at Moose Neck, Ohio, we do not allow anyone to be walking their dog around without a properly fitted collar. You're in violation of Penal Code 0567-4.
Officer, my mom is going to be so mad at me that I lost the dog and I got a ticket. You're horrible.
Well, little girl, I'm going to have to ask you, did your mother know you were walking the dog?
Okay, so it wasn't my dog. I kind of stole the dog from my neighbor.
Wow. Felony animal kidnapping. I have to write you a second ticket, little girl. Now, this is going to be
naming a new baby.
I still think Xanthippe is the way to go.
Okay, honey. When we were naming you, Mary, we tried to stay very traditional. And I think that your father and I would really like if you stayed traditional too.
Yeah, the thing is, Mom, I know you like tradition, but traditionally, the person who pushes the baby out of their body has more say in how to name it.
I understand that. But when Xaname goes to school...
Xanthippe.
No one... You know how hard it is to find monograms with a Z?
Okay, oh gosh. It's an X, Mom, like Xanax, the pill that you take? Not
I do not take Xanax. I told your father to hide those. Listen. Oh, I don't know what just happened.
Wow. Mom, I feel like you don't have to get upset and just go dark on me again, okay? Talk to me like an adult. God.
ASMR.
Hi, welcome to Best Buy. What brings you in today?
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. I run an ASMR YouTube channel. I'm very, very popular. And
You run what now?
It's ASMR. I like things to be kind of quiet, and I need a good microphone.
You need these to be quiet, huh? That's crazy. Why? Okay, so you need microphones, huh? So you're going to do what's with wires. That way, it's something that travels right down into your ear canal, right through the airwaves. This Sony one right here is quite amazing. You seem uncomfortable, ma'am.
Yes, you're just a little loud for my taste. I like things to be quiet and relaxing.
Quiet and relaxing. Okay, okay. I can try and do that. But I don't understand the concept of what we're doing.
I'm clear that you don't understand. It's fine. Listen, I'm gonna be rich one day, because of this YouTube channel. So.
Oh, okay. You want the influencer special? Yeah. We give stuff away all the time for free for people who think they're gonna be famous. So
that's perfect, because that's what I'm looking for.
So
Lost puppy.
Now, little girl, this is the inside of a jail cell, and this is where you're going to end up if you lose any more of your puppies. Because here at Moose Neck, Ohio, we do not accept it when little girls like you lose their pets.
Well, I didn't mean to lose a pet, but I'll tell you what. I got a bag of money that I got from the bank yesterday, and I'll unload a couple of G's for you if you let me out of this place.
Well, no, little girl, I'm going to have to go and get me a whole new pad of tickets. I've written you 45 of them already. Haven't done that in a couple months put together. You know, we're going to be, if you keep this up, you're going to be on the Moose Neck Most Wanted.
Oh, I really don't want to be on posters. I'm not very photogenic, and my parents will get really super mad at me. But I also have a little bit of white powder. Somebody said you put it in your nose, and you look like the kind of guy that likes putting things in his nose. So maybe you'd like some of that if you let me out of this cell?
A little girl, that was just a mistake I made with a Flintstone vitamin when I was a little kid. It got jammed up in there and I had to go to the doctor. I didn't know anyone else knew about that. You seem to be a very well-informed little girl.
Naming a new baby.
Mom, you can hold Xanthippe if you want. Okay, well,
I can't hold it with a name like that.
okay.
I can't even. What am I supposed to call it as a nickname? X? Zicky?
Okay. Well, she's just a baby. Yeah, okay. Could you try like less judgment when you hold her? I feel like it might affect her psyche.
She's very sweet. And as long as you understand that when she comes to my house, she's gonna be Baby Jane.
Oh, gross. Okay, I need her back. That is not Xanthippe. It's Xanthippe. Okay. I know we talked about this before, but you really have to let me do what I'm gonna do, okay?
Listen, don't make me shut the lights off again, all right?
God, you can't run away from every single conversation we try to have. By
You
just
bring up my drug use, and I'm gonna do that, Mary.
ASMR.
Oh God, it's you again. Okay. Listen, you know, love seeing new customers in the store here, but last time you came in, you broke me. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I don't know what the sound stuff is, but I can't get enough of it. I mean, just listen. I can't.
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
That was.
I used to be so full of light and life, and now my face is just stuck like this, but I'm so cold on the inside.
It's because you need to listen to more of those sounds.
Well, I tried baby birds. I tried rustling leaves. I tried some hot chick taking out the trash. I don't know why she had to be hot, but
I feel like you were on the wrong website. See, if you come to YouTube, you can find my channel where I make great noises like this. You have to imagine a microphone. It's much better.
Oh, goodness, here.
Soccer.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah, it's been like 4 years now. I still haven't played. Like, have you forgotten about me again?
No, I have not forgotten. You keep failing your rules quiz every time before we get in here. I cannot throw you out there into the pitch to have you just run around like chickens with no heads on. Now look.
So I've been studying the game for years. You know, So I know you don't pick up the ball now. You know
that's rule one technically, yes.
But I tried I have this stick I picked up in the woods. I try and hit the ball into the goal with the stick. You know, when it's on the ground. You know, and people say it's a weapon.
I think maybe you should play American footballs because there's nothing in your head anymore. You'll be fine. You'll never have to worry about the concussions.
Man, I spent like 6 years or something trying to be out here in the field with you, and you don't let me play, you know, because I don't get it.
You're 47 years old and still in high school. It's creepy.
And scene.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That was a very weird selection of scenes.
I want to see Melanie's soul go back out of her body. That was
because she brought up my Xanax use, and I had to shut the lights off before people memorized my space. All right, so our next game is for Ty and Gabe, and it is a game we call Horoscope. So what I'm going to need from the chat It's just somebody's horoscope. And it can be your horoscope, or it can be, gosh, I'd really like to know what my significant other's horoscope is today. Or I just randomly want to know what, Virgo is. Whatever. So just chime in with a horoscope name, and I'm going to read that horoscope. And these guys are going to do a scene based on the horoscope that I read them. So, Chad, do we have any horoscopes?
I was kind of interested in that Virgo thing because I wouldn't know much about that. Hey-o. Anyway, but we do have Gemini in the chat. So Gemini.
Gemini. I feel like we have a regular in our audience that's a Gemini.
Well, there's at least 2 of them.
And they are getting a lot of horoscopes read. All right. So are my actors ready to hear this? It is December 10th, 2020, Gemini, and here is your horoscope. It can be hard to complete tasks today. A disagreement with other household members might give you the idea that everyone is against you. That isn't so, Gemini. Try to be objective and consider other points of view. And don't turn this into a power struggle. Stay calm, take a deep breath, and try to communicate with the others. The results could prove pleasantly surprising. So here we are with horoscope and Ty and Gabe in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, hey, Gabe. Hey, man.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, man. What? So I gotta ask you something very serious there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been noticing recently. Every time I open the pantry, all the Twinkies are gone.
Yeah, I like Twinkies.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, man. I love Twinkies too. They're nice and they're soft and they're full of nice sweet cream and they're delicious and they last for a long time in the pantry. The problem is they don't last as long whenever you're around, and I pay for those Twinkies there.
I understand. I just watched that movie Zombieland last week, and it's got me paranoid for the apocalypse and the eventual extinction of Twinkies. So I thought I'd make use of them while I could.
You're helping out with the extinction of the Twinkies there, Fred. You should be saving the Twinkies, not eating all the Twinkies. But what I'm saying is, you keep eating all my Twinkies, we're going to have a problem.
Well,
we need to come to an understanding before we get to that problem that my Twinkies are my Twinkies.
Okay, I see what this is. Yes. You're going to lord your money over me. You with the money. You got to show me where the money is. You're opening up the golden briefcase and flashing me with the cash.
Well, that was only one time, Gabe. I'm sorry I did that. I didn't mean to offend you with that, but
feels like the same old thing every time with you with the money.
Well, look, Gabe, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but if we're at an impasse here, I'm gonna have to start eating your ding dongs right in front of you.
You eat my ding dong, and I'm gonna eat your Twinkie.
Well, you've already eaten my Twinkies, so I'm gonna eat your ding dong as punishment in front of you, and I'm gonna enjoy this ding dong right here. So I'm gonna make eye contact with you as I eat your ding dong.
And scene.
I'm sorry. The line in my mind. I was like, "There's no way I can say this," but I couldn't stop.
Okay.
Laughing. Oh God.
Woo.
Welcome to CGI After Dark.
I went off the rails so fast.
Oh man.
All right.
All right. So we're gonna move into our next game here. This is a game. Actually, we're gonna need Chris to leave the room, and by leave the room, we just mean take his earphones out because he can't hear anything that way. So now Chris can't hear anything. So now this is a game called Human Resources. So what I need in the chat is I need a couple of things. One, I need what occupation Chris works. If there's any occupation whatsoever. The next thing we need is what he's been doing to cause him to go to Human Resources. Now, there's two rules here that I need you to pay attention to. One, not a real reason for people to go to Human Resources. We don't want anything real because that's serious, and we don't want to make fun of that. And two, not something that's directly connected to that job, because then it makes it too easy for Chris. And let's be honest, we want this to be as difficult as possible for Chris. And then the third thing would be what famous person. It could be a fictional character, celebrity, anybody famous or fictional, it doesn't really matter, that people would know that he's been doing this thing with at this job. So occupation, reason why he's going to human resources, that's not a real reason to go to human resources, is not connected to that occupation, and a famous or fictional person that that he would be doing this with. And what's going to happen is, as we're waiting for those to come into the chat, what's going to happen is, of course, he has no idea what we're saying, and he had no idea what we're going to be saying later on. So he's going to have to come on in the meeting with human resources, which is myself, and during this meeting, he's going to have to figure out what is going on, what job he has, what he's been doing, and who he's been doing it with, through my subtle, very, very subtle clues. So Chad is starting to smirk a little bit, which is always a good sign. It's always a good sign. Chad, do we have anything starting to come down the pipeline?
Well, partly, I'm also reading the suggestions for the show title we just got from that last scene. Nice. Yeah.
I don't think any of them should be used.
I think we should use them all. Anyway, okay, so I tell you what, this is seasonal bell ringer at Salvation Army.
Oh, okay, good. I like that. I like that. So one of those, one of the bell ringers for the Salvation Army. Good. All right.
Who's been putting gum under all the seats.
That should be fun. We're going to figure out what seats we're going to make the bell ring. Hey, it's going to be, hey, I love it. Make it difficult for him. Don't make it easy. We don't want that. So he's a bell ringer for the Salvation Army, and he's been putting gum underneath all the seats. Good. And who has he been putting gum under all the seats with?
Paul Rudd.
He looks like a guy who would do that. So I think that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Okay, so he's a bell ringer for the Salvation Army. He's been putting gum underneath all the seats, and he's been doing this with Paul Rudd. So I think we got this settled. So we're going to go ahead and call Chris into the Human Resources meeting using the universal symbol of put your headphones back in. Hi, welcome. Thanks for meeting me on such short notice. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I was just having a snack, and I almost forgot that we had this meeting.
No worries. Snacking is important. It helps keep your mind and body fresh. So that's good that you've been keeping healthy. So especially since you're exposed to all the elements out there, we need to make sure you're healthy. We need you out there all day long. And sometimes nights too.
There's lots of elements out there, but mostly I think there's like oxygen and nitrogen and stuff. I breathe in a lot of it.
Well, good. I'm glad that you're breathing. That's a good first step. I'm glad that you're breathing because if you don't breathe, then who's going to do that job? So I'm really glad that you're there. Now, I just want to say this is not a big deal. It's not. So don't freak out. Don't panic. But we have been having some issues with some of your activities that you've been doing. And so we just wanted to call you in today to discuss it because, there's always two sides to a story. Maybe there's a simple explanation, but we just want to make sure it doesn't happen again,
Yeah, I do. On my free time, I have lots of activities that I like to do. Of hobbies. Sometimes I call them hobbies. Yeah. Sometimes I do them at work. I'm sorry for that. I didn't know. I brought in my tiddlywink collection, and I was playing with them. I didn't think anyone was going to get mad.
Well, if you see, it's not that people, we don't get mad here. Okay. This is not, we don't have drill instructors in ours. Okay. So we're not going to be yelling at you or making you do push-ups or anything. Not in ours, not in ours. But it is something where we don't get as much from the people if you're out doing other things while you're on the job. We really need you to be focused because if you're not right next to it, then no one's going to give anything.
Yeah. I like people, and I stand next to lots of things. Well,
hopefully one thing in particular. Hopefully you're not like going around and standing next to different things. Hopefully just one thing is really all. But obviously you've been traveling around. Obviously you've been moving around, and it's. I understand sometimes you can't find a trash can.
No, they're hard to find.
Yeah, apparently. But I'm just saying you can't just be putting them anywhere that you want. All right.
Put it in the trash cans?
No. The reason why we're here, you can't just keep, and I understand, I get it. You're talking to a lot of people. I know right now you're wearing a mask, but they don't want to smell bad breath. You don't want to smell your own bad breath. So I get why you're using it, but you just can't keep putting it everywhere.
You mean you don't, I'm sorry. My chewing gum sometimes I like to leave it out there. I call them like little juicy nuggets, that I can put down. I didn't know that was against the law.
Well, it's not necessarily against the law. It's just people have been complaining, because we know that you ride the bus. I know you ride to the bus to the different locations that we have you set up. And you leave your mark on the bus every single time, and people come by after you, and as they're scooting along, they put their hand in it, and it's just gross. And people have been really complaining, and we don't want that image.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad image. I'm sorry, I won't put my gum on the seat anymore, under the seats.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, yes. I thought that was because you were right. Trash cans they're hard to find.
Yeah, and that's another thing. They shouldn't be that hard to find. You're usually like right outside the entrance of a lot of pretty major businesses. They usually have trash cans pretty much right there. So I think you need to look a little bit harder because you should be having a trash can like right next to you.
Well, I'm so busy with my focus on my job, which is to stand next to this thing and ring my bell.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
That's hard to ring a bell and look for trash cans at the same time. That's not in my job description. So I just focus on the bell ringing and standing next to this thing, which I assume is a bowl for money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, in ours we don't do push-ups or anything. No. We don't do drill instructors.
Yeah.
We're more than nice ones.
We're about saving people. We're salivating them. We're salivating army.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why I use the gum. It gives you good saliva.
Absolutely. I get it. So
I'm sorry about that. I didn't know the Salvation Army had so many rules and regulations about chewing gum. I'm sorry. I won't do that again. Just don't get my buddy in trouble.
Well, that's the thing. We actually think it was his idea.
He chewed it and then gave it to me, and I chewed it, and then I threw it away for him.
Well, that makes sense.
We share.
It's something where it's like I understand he comes from a very sharing background,
Yeah.
Whenever he was part of that newscast together with a bunch of his friends, they shared a lot of things.
Yeah, they shared the news.
So he was part of a newscast in his past. And they shared a lot of things. They did. I mean, they shared a whole lot there, and
they were very sharing and caring.
Yeah, and exactly. And whenever he was, he was in a Rush cover band of sorts.
It was.
At one point in his life,
speed metal.
Yeah, and he would just slap that bass, with his friends. But he would he would be with a lot of people. They share a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
But chewing gum is not something you should be sharing.
I'm sorry about that. I call him the rudder because he sort of steers my life where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry. He was the elf to my Santa Claus, and I didn't know that leaving the chewing gum under the seat of the bus was going to be such a problem here at the Salvation Army. So I'll tell Paul Rudd to not do that anymore.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for that, and that's all we really needed today.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
The salivating army. That's what I want that now.
Salivating army. All righty. So moving on. We are going to have a scene with Gabe and Katie, I believe. And it is a scene that we call scene 3 or 4 ways, depending on who you are. So what I'm going to need from the audience is some suggestions of some genres, and it can be film or television or theater. So go crazy because there's a lot to pick from. So what's going to happen here is, and if we could pull a suggestion from early on, Chad, that we didn't use, that would be great. So Katie and Chad are going to do just a short scene, maybe 60 seconds, just a very simple scene based on whatever suggestion we get. And then I'm going to have them do it 3 more times, which is a total of 4. Using the 3 genre suggestions that I get from the audience. So throw them in there if you're not already. Be creative, be different. It's kind of like musical, but may not necessarily musical. We get that a lot. I know it's in the chat, I'm quite sure. But let's think outside the box, shall we? Chad, do we have, first of all, a suggestion for the scene?
Yes, we do. Camp buddies.
Camp buddies. Okay, the scene, and then all 4 of them, really, will have something to do with camp buddies. And do we have some genres?
Okay, we have a Disney princess movie.
Disney princess?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And along the same lines, a vampire movie.
Oh, yeah, very similar. Very similar for my kids. Okay.
And a desert survival show.
Ooh, a desert like Survivor Man. Okay. Or woman. All right, so we have Disney Princess, Vampire, and Desert Survival Show. So I think I'm going to start. I'm actually going to surprise them with the order that I'm going to put this in. So for starters, we're just going to do a very simple scene that has something to do with camp buddies in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, Trish, what a long day. What? It's just the longest.
Yeah. Man, I thought we were never going to get that canoe back from across the lake.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry again about poking the holes. I just wanted to see how nice my new knife was. You know, if it was sharp or not. Turns out, pretty sharp.
It is a good knife. You know, I've been thinking that tomorrow we should sneak off and go fishing.
We could do that. We'd have to, do fishing from the bank. I don't think this canoe's going to be ready by tomorrow. But if you wanted, I'd be down to fish.
Well, I mean, I just kind of wanted to spend time with you, you know.
Oh, I see. So it's a sneaky fishing trip. Well,
Yeah.
I guess if you wanted to, I could bring some crackers. And then we could catch some fish and then just eat the fish on the crackers. Could be fun.
Oh, my mom, she packed some Cheese Whiz in my bag, so we're going to be in good shape.
And we are absolutely set, Trish. Well, let me tell you, I'm sorry, I'm floundering for the words to say right now. I'm so excited. I cannot wait, for this trip with you.
Aww.
Okay, and scene. All right, so very simple scene. Had a couple little beats in there. So now we're going to mix it up a little bit. So I would like to see this scene now as a... Oh, sorry. Oh, goodness. I put a timer on.
I want to see the scene as a ringtone in 3, 2, 1.
Because I'll get lost in the scene if I don't time it. All right, so now I would like to see the same sort of beats of the scene, but as a Disney princess movie.
Oh, Belle, it's been a lovely time out here on the water. It's been just the longest day.
Oh, yes, it really has. And I'm so glad that we made it back from our terrible journey.
Yes, I do apologize for poking holes in the boat. You know how distracted I get when I have a good antler in my hands. I just started drilling, but it's, I forget how strong I am. No one knows just how strong Gaston can be.
Oh, it really is impressive.
Oh, thank you.
People think I don't like you very much, but but I do.
Oh, you played hard to get for a while, but once I burned down the library and took all of your books, things seem to be going much better between us. Yeah. Perhaps tomorrow you could even come out here on the water with me and watch me fish.
Oh, my goodness. What an adventure that would be. Maybe I can talk to my friend Ariel.
No, I suppose you could bring a friend along if you'd like. I didn't expect to get much fishing done anyways.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a creepy Disney movie. All right, let's just mix
really all creepy.
Yeah, they are a little bit. Let's see this same scene as a desert survival show.
We're going to die, Jack.
Yeah.
We're going to die.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Trish. The only thought I've had to get food is to go fishing. But we're in a fucking desert, so
oh my gosh! Listen, I know how we're gonna have to survive. And it's not pretty.
Yeah.
You know what happens in every single one of those episodes on TV.
I know we gotta pee into some saran wrap and then strain it till it becomes drinkable water, but I poked some holes in the saran wrap because I wanted to see how long my fingernails had gotten. It turns out long enough to poke our one chance of filtrating water.
We really are gonna die out here.
Oh, we're screwed, Trish.
Listen, okay. Yeah, no, we're dead. I think that's my mother always told me that I shouldn't be with you, but looks like she was right in this instance.
Personally, I would say this is the desert's fault, but I guess, whatever. Just blame me. I don't care. I'm dead anyways.
Okay, end scene. Wow, that was depressing. So let's end this on an exciting note, and let's see this same scene as a vampire movie.
Oh my gosh, I wish the sun would go down.
Yes. I've been waiting for so long for the sun to go down.
Yeah. Listen, I was thinking, once the sun goes down, we could have a little fun.
Oh, that would be lovely. I've been thinking. I've had too much of human blood. I want to become a pescatarian.
Oh. I bet if we go down to the lake, we can catch all the fish we want.
There is a problem with the lake. I wanted to see what the boat's blood would taste like, and I put my chompers right through.
Oh, you are so silly. Well, we could just stand on the edge of the water.
Yeah, just look at the fishes and use our eyes to draw them to us. I can hypnotize the fish. After all, I am a very scary vampire.
Yes, you certainly are. And
and you have your charms and your ways.
A very scary vampire.
He was a sleepy vampire too.
Of course.
I was so ready to game say we can catch a one, a two, a
three fishes.
Fishes.
One blue fish and one red fish.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, that was fun.
All right. So I think we have time for one last game.
Yep.
So we're going to need a lot of suggestions in the chat. What I need is a lot of name brand products. So I don't need just soft drink or soda pop. I need Coca-Cola or Pepsi. So name brand products. Now, what's going to happen here is we're going to use these name brand products in the scene. And by we, I mean Chris and Patrick. Now, what's going to happen is just like you might see a movie and that Coke can is properly turned so you can see Coca-Cola running right down the can, and they're drinking it so you can always see the name. They're going to be inserting these products into their scene as a product placement. There's going to be so seamless, you're not even going to realize that you've seen them until you go out and buy every single product that they're going to place inside the scene. So let me get into the chat here, and so I'm ready. So Chad, let me know whenever we start getting some products in.
Oh yeah, we're starting to get them. I do want to take a quick moment to acknowledge that we just had a huge hype train. So thank you guys for all the contributions you made in a level 2 hype train that rarely happens, and you guys made it happen tonight. So that is absolutely brilliant. We really, really do appreciate it. That keeps us going. Okay, so first of all, we have a Verilux Sad Lamp.
A sad lamp?
A Verilux Sad Lamp, yes. This is
okay,
apparently
I'm guessing that's
thing.
Cool. I'm cool, yeah.
Airbnb brand... Airbnbs, I guess.
Yep.
Airbnb brand Air.
Yes. Brand Homes.
Lazy Boy Furniture.
Lazy Boy. I know I'm getting lazy in my... And I'm just going to spell it the way it's supposed to be spelled.
And speaking of Lazy Boy, DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Unless you're working for
delivery
them, they're
service.
definitely a lot easier.
This is turning out to be my kind of scene.
Sitting in a lazy boy in an Airbnb waiting on DoorDash to show up. Well, I've got my Barrelux sad lamp on me.
Scene over, guys. We did it.
Oh, that's okay. I'll switch it up on you, Patrick. Fitbit.
Okay.
Now it's no longer your scene.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, no.
Fitbit.
I'm an Apple guy. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna have to act on this one.
Let's see here. The Peacock streaming network.
Ah,
That's a new thing. Yeah, that is a thing.
Peacock streaming just sounds weird.
It does actually. I see a doctor about that. Tupperware.
Tupperware brand Tupperware. I like that. Yeah.
that's good.
Tupperware brand.
If we get two
dinnerware.
more,
It's
that'd be
like
great.
Sure.
Nice suit, evening wear. Yeah.
Cracker Jacks.
Ooh, Cracker Jacks.
Mm-hmm.
And one last one would be good.
Crest White Strips.
Ooh. Okay, great. And let's see if do we have another suggestion that you can pull from the past? That
Pull from the past.
Pull from the past. Pull from the almanac of suggestions, if you will.
The President Gerald Ford is our suggestion.
Pull a historical one for me, please.
I'll tell you what, Cookie Factory.
Ooh, Cookie Factory. So this has something to do with a cookie factory in any which way that they would like to do this. This is product placement in 3, 2, 1.
Now, Nelson, when I hired you to run my factory, hey, put that out, all right? Cigars only, you know that. No cigarettes, all right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I just saw you smoking, and I look up to you, and I wanted to make sure that I had something to smoking, and all I had were it's not even real. It's a candy cigarette, to be honest with you.
Oh, if it's a candy cigarette, you're fine. But listen, all right? I hired you to hit production goals for this factory, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't been hitting them, all right? We got to change up our strategy here. Girl Scouts, they're not selling enough cookies anymore.
No, they're not. Well, I'll be honest with you, it's really hard in the factory to see. I mean, because I'm a tall guy, and the top 2 feet of my chest up is just all cigar smoke. I can't see the buttons and where I got to put the dough and stuff. You might need to either get some shorter workers, like some L's or something, or just clear out the smoke. Maybe some better ventilations.
You know, we're trying to get some new workers in here. They work for free, but they have this weird skin condition where their skin is orange. And OSHA keeps thinking that we're the one causing that. Like, keep telling them it's a congenital issue. They're born that way. Then they like to sing songs.
Fitbit.
Well, any workers in here would be nice. I mean, I'm just the only one. It's a big factory. I mean, my Fitbit step tracker I've got 47,000 steps, and it's not even new because I'm running all the way up and down this assembly line, and with my phone, I can even see, look at this chart. It is 47,000 steps, and it goes up real fast. That's just work time.
Hold on, Nelson. The in-depth analytics provided to you from your Fitbit, from your watch to your smartphone, tells me right there at 9:48 a.m. you took a 7-minute break. You want to explain that?
Yes, I passed out from lack of oxygen and from all the cigar smoke. And I didn't want to OSHA and everything. I didn't want to get you in trouble.
Tupperware.
Nelson, listen. All right. One day, this factory could be yours if you buy it out from me. Just like you could also buy, if you wanted to, I don't know, I've got some old Tupperware here that you can have if you want to buy it for the retail price that I paid for it, because Tupperware not only holds food amazingly well, but it also holds value incredibly well.
Oh, I love Tupperware. It's got an airtight seal lock on it. Now, normally what I do is I come with like 12 of these things, and I take air from the outside and I seal it in. And then when the smoke, I crack the seal, suck out some of the fresh air as I need it, because there's no way I can breathe for 12 hours like you want me to work.
Another satisfied customer, then I'll dock you pay a week's pay. You can have those 12 containers, and we'll just call that even.
Okay, that sounds like a good deal. That sounds like a good deal. That sounds like, woo, go Cracker Jacks.
I'm sorry. Did you just bring up Cracker Jacks in a cookie factory? You're going to bring up our biggest competitor right now?
No, well, see, I'll make our own Cracker Jacks. Now, Cracker Jacks brand Cracker Jacks, those are delicious. I mean, those are divine. They've got those nice peanuts in them, and it's, the popcorn and everything and the caramel. It's just wonderful. But what I was thinking we could do. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You're the boss. You got the cigar. You look like you're the authority figure, so I'll let you go first.
All right. Now, here's what I'm thinking. All right. Cracker Jack got a hell of a market. They've got a song. They've got baseball. All right. It's an all-American treat. All right.
I don't think they're that related, but that's okay. It's a sailor on the cover.
Now, listen. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. We're gonna build reverse Cracker Jacks. Okay. It's gonna be
Jacker
a cardboard box. It's gonna be a box of crack is illegal. You can't sell that in 50 states. Okay. We're gonna put a box of toys and just stuff it with just cheap, terrible toys,
packing
tattoo
peanuts.
stickers, and we're gonna put one peanut in there and one piece of caramel covered popcorn.
That sounds good. Right. So they are Jacker cracks. I like that.
Verilux Sad Lamp.
You know, since when I go home at night and I'm trying to air out my lungs from all the cigar smoke, you know, I get some of my really best ideas from the lamp I've got next to my bed. And what it does is just the light comes on me in the mood. It's very soothing. And I come up with great ideas. It's a Verilux Sad Lamp. Now, it says sad, but I don't feel sad.
Nelson, are you telling me about like your bath time or something like that? Because I know my Verilux lamp that my wife uses at home. She used it because she's so satisfied with our life and our love that she has to have something bring her down emotionally to where she is now sad.
Oh,
okay?
I have to do that too because I'm so hopped up from nicotine in my system from all your cigar smoke that I need something to calm my body down.
Peacock streaming service.
Well, if you need to calm down, all right, there's nothing greater than watching classic shows like Friends and old episodes of The Voice. Like season 2 of The Voice had that one kid who was like, it was crazy, all right? You need to go home. Don't turn off your sad lamp. Turn on your happy television with the NBC Peacock network. You can buy it for $5 a month, or you can buy it for $49 a year, and you can save a whole $10 on your yearly subscription.
Lazy boy.
Man, that sounds like a good idea. You know, the problem is I sit in my lazy boy chair when I watch television, and it is so comfortable that as soon as I flip back that little thing and my feet go flipping up and I'm almost completely horizontal with just the plush leather because I like leather. And when I'm there, I sink in. That chair hugs me. I've got my sad lamp and my lazy boy, and my body just goes into it almost turns in on itself. It's so comfortable. I don't know. That guy sure is a weird dude. All right.
Gosh, I like living.
What a life. What a life.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we didn't lull you to sleep with your Verilux Sad Lamp. That was fun. Yeah. Okay.
What is a Verilux Sad Lamp, by the way?
Do they have sad lamps, or was like a fake one? It is?
Well, I don't know if that particular brand does. But
does it make you sad, or is it when you're sad?
It makes you happy.
Okay.
It's for seasonal affective disorder.
Oh, that's sad. Okay, gotcha. Wow, that's an acronym. That's an acronym that means the same thing that it's standing for.
There you go.
All right.
Huh. Okay, well, I thought you just go home and you were like, I'm just cleaning up from like all the good feelings that I have. 2020
on my
my life is too good. I need a lamp to make me sad.
It's just and you play that with the and that's what brings you down.
They went out of business in 2020.
All right, ladies. Well, that's fun. I want to say a big thank you to our cast tonight. So a big round of applause from your couches for Ty, for Melanie, Gabe, Katie, and Patrick. Such a great job. And Chad, I'm going to turn it over to you for any goodbye announcements. And also, I guess we need to name our show.
Yeah, we do. Okay, so first of all, again, thank you all, everyone. So many people contributed tonight. Eagle Panini, Katie, Joe, Archradish, Crazy Ninja, Chris, I'm Nene, OK, Michael, Glenn, Patrick Glenn 5, and Jana Fidgets, and Whiskey. I mean, you guys just really showed up and showed out tonight, so we really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the support you have shown and continue to show the channel. And again, I can't stress this enough. You're going to want to be here Saturday night. We have got we've been talking about a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I think you all are going to really, really love what we're going to do. Okay, but that being said, let's move on to the next order of business, which is naming tonight's show. And we got some pretty good suggestions. If you have anything last minute, go ahead and put it in the chat now. And if I miss anything, please slap me upside the head with a comment.
It seems like a show that would have a lot of good lines.
Oh, yeah, we did.
The title.
So we have Baby Xanax. I'm going to eat your ding-dong right in front of you.
Can't put that on the internet. Sorry.
Or you could.
That's where we can make our money.
There's a lot of ding-dongs on the internet. I'm just going to put that out there. Little Juicy Nuggets. The Salivating Army. I suppose you could bring a friend along if you like. Very Scary Wampire. And woo, go Cracker Jacks.
It's got to be Wary Scary Vampire.
Oh yeah,
I like Wary Scary Vampire.
Yeah.
I was so
Scary
expecting
Vampire.
an Edward Cullen, and I got the count, and I lost.
It could be both, but yeah. Okay, Wary Scary Vampire is that.
I like Very Scary Vampire.
Yep.
Hello, I am
Very
Edward
Scary
Cullen.
Vampire. It's like Elmer Fudd became a vampire.
Gabe spent way more time watching Sesame Street than he did watching any other movies.
Our little in the chat can attest that I've done, I think, 3 Elmer Fudd impressions this week alone. So
Oh, there you go.
it's good. It's good. It's coming full circle.
Crazy Ninja Chris, by the way. Thank you
for
so much for the
Rachel.
gift sub.
Yay.
Also, a lot of new names I see in the stream. Come play with us. Be on the screen on our Tuesday night Jackbox nights. Get on our website. Fill out a form.
And RM Little, please take those kudos for naming tonight's show. That was awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but that's pretty much all I have at this point. So back over to y'all for any other final words of wisdom.
Just want to say thank you guys for watching. This Saturday is our Christmas show. Remember, we've only got a couple days left in our contest, as well as I think our donations to the firehouse shelters will go until Tuesday, I think. And on our Jackbox, I think it's Tuesday. I'm not sure what the final deadline is, but we'll announce what the final total was that during our Jackbox game shows that will be given to the firehouse shelter. So please, and if you can't watch that show on Saturday, you can still go to our link, our Facebook, and you could donate. You can still donate to the charity, because I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that would be in need this holiday, and it would make a big difference in their lives. So thank you guys for supporting. With that, thank you guys for watching, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your night.
Bye all.